We are live. We're live. You know what I didn't get? I didn't get a little bin for my little surprise, but we're going to make it happen, Captain. We're live. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. We apologize. It's me. I apologize for not joining at 6 like I intended to. Some things came up right before it was time to go live, so I had to take care of that. But we're on here. We're back live. This is Club Win back at it again. Club Win back at it again. We are on StreamYard this time, y'all, because the good old YouTube sometimes be messing with the posting of the videos. So not sure what's happening. I know StreamYard works well. So we're getting back on here. And also with StreamYard, I'm able to invite y'all up for y'all to share y'all wins. So come on in the club win. This will be a quick one. I wanted to into the game. Matter of fact, let me put that on while I'm waiting for y'all to join. Y'all, the Lakers and the Knicks is playing tonight. So they started at 6. Alexa, my alarm went off. So she reminded me to put the game on. It's on NBC. It's on NBC. I'm going to turn y'all so y'all can see me while I'm doing it. So y'all know I am in the place to be. I am in the place to be. Let me connect this here TV. There we go. Okay. Let me get this game on, y'all. Let me get the game on. Uh-oh. Not me dropping the... Why it ain't coming on? Is the remote messed up? What we doing? I'm here, y'all. I'm just getting my TV situation together. Because we trying to watch the game. Oh, it didn't stay in there. What's happening, Captain? What's happening? Put you up here. What's happening with the live? I mean, not the live, with the, there you go. With the game, we putting the game on. Okay? While I'm standing up, look at my shirt. It's okay not to be perfect, okay? You see this pink? You see this color coordination? Okay, today is February. It's the start. Let me do a little modeling. It's the start of February. February is the love month. I love saying that. But we should be, like I said this morning in my life, we should be loving on ourselves every day, all day, not just 1 month. But love month and Black History Month, okay? So I got this pink on because I'm all about a good theme, y'all. Look at that pink. Pretty in pink. I love it. I bought this and a blue one last year. Just speaking life, speaking life, speaking life. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna get more. But yes. So I wanted to show y'all that. It's okay not to be perfect. Not to be perfect. Okay. That is my focus. That is what I encourage others to know. It's okay not to be perfect. That is what Club Win is about. It is about making progress. We're making progress. We're highlighting and celebrating the progress we make. We're not trying to be perfect. So let me really quickly, before I dive in here, just get the game on the screen. I am looking for, that's NBC, right? I am looking for NBC so I can watch the game when I finish, but I want to have it on my screen. I wonder if Peacock is streaming it on there, because I started to notice that Peacock be having sports right at the top of the app. So let me get that on there. And as soon as I get this situated, y'all, we're gonna dive in into while we're here tonight to do a quick club win and highlight. Oh, here we go. Highlight our January wins, y'all. It is now February 1st, which is wild. And I realized this weekend I wanted to go live Friday like I initially intended, But oh, yep. Here it go. Here it go. Here it go. Let me show y'all. Look at my guy, Bron Bron. Bron is live right now. I'm about to watch it right now. Right now. I'm gonna have it on in the background, y'all. Make sure it's muted. So I don't get sidetracked. Up the game. Carmelo. Carmelo look clean, don't he? Don't he? Look at Tracy McGrady. Yeah, Chris Webber. Yeah. Them the ones I grew up watching. Okay. And of course, my main man, Kobe. Rest in heaven. So I was originally a Lakers fan growing up when Kobe was a Laker. Growing up like early in my tween years, that's when I started following Kobe when I was like 11, 12. So I stayed a Kobe fan. LeBron came in to the league. I followed LeBron. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised, Bron, Akron, Ohio. So he's a hometown guy. But I followed his journey and became a LeBron fan early on when he got into his actually in high school, when he was still in high school, follow his journey. So it was Kobe and LeBron for me. And so it was a beautiful transition with him joining the Lakers team. I was not one of them Clevelanders that was hating on him. That was reckless when he made his decision to go to Miami. I see big picture. So you do what you do, Bron. Proud of you, bro. And I've been following his journey, been a great fan. Bought the Brons for years for my ex and for my son. So big fan of Bron. He does great work with the school that he has in community, investing in folks. So big fan. Him and Savannah, his family. Okay, y'all. Let me get this going now that I'm all situated. I just had to get that game on because if y'all know, sometimes it'd be a struggle getting the doggone game on these streaming devices. And I'm not gonna miss this game tonight. Okay, I know it's a good one. Knicks and the Lakers. Okay, so I am here to just connect with y'all to let y'all know my wins that I have for the month of January. And one of my major wins, one of my big wins I want to highlight is the fact that I actually created this win board. So I did a video earlier this week that I posted, and it should be my last video before the live I did this morning. So should be 2 videos ago, if not 3. And it shows me actually finalizing this and talking about it a bit. So if you want to, see that one, go look at that video. But with this live today, I just want to go over these wins for January. But I love the categories. So that video talks about where the board originated from, how I started doing like capturing my wins, and how the win board actually came to be, which I love this visual. It's pretty. It has the categories. It's broken up in 8 dimensions of wellness, inclusive of brain health underneath, or in conjunction with emotional wellness, because they go hand in hand. So I'm just going to start diving in with this board. I brought my chair over here so that way I could have it posted up, but I might have to just get creative with the angle because, we figures it out. Okay, but I got a little surprise for y'all as to how we're going to celebrate. So we're moving from popping those fans, because when I first started Club Win last year, I had the idea to pop fans, and then it was pop fans, confetti cannons, or whatever you want. So we was popping fans. I celebrate a lot with confetti cannons with my fam bam. My daughter, she just had her 18th birthday party yesterday. I'm gonna show y'all some of, well, actually, the stuff is gone. There was some stuff over there, but it's gone. I still got my tree up. Yes, I'm one of the ones that does that. Over the years, I have started to keep it up until the end of January. I could have took it down today, but we were recovering from the party last night. So I let it be, and ignore the lamp there. I got it there for some extra studio light, okay? But you see over there, her decor, if you can see it, right there on the wall, her step and repeat, if you will. And this balloon still back there on the floor. and some other decor over there. So we left that stuff up, but we at least cleaned up the house to make it more presentable because it was mayhem this morning. It looked like a party went off, and it did. And I was proud because that's what mom do. This mom, that's what I did. Love to have a good time. Love to celebrate myself and others. So it was pretty in pink. I should just take y'all over there, right? I should just roll y'all over there with me. Come on, y'all can come see it. See the decor. Look at that. Look at that. Rose gold was her theme. It's been her theme for a couple of years now. Uh-oh. Look at that. Look at that. Pretty in pink, pretty in pink. My baby girl turned 18 on the 26th. Look at that. I love it. Oh, I didn't show you this part. This little banner. They had a nice little kid. She actually decorated this herself. I bought the stuff, but she wanted to decorate it herself. So got that stuff. Got that stuff. Cute pink, 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 pink. Just want to show y'all this because I didn't go live yesterday. Awesome since 2008 when she was born. And then I got this. I love these things. I love that. So I got this one. Oh, y'all really can't see it. It's kind of far back. Let me walk y'all up closer. I love it. Look at that. Let me get it in the frame. Look at that. Back in 2008. So I love these. I've been getting these for my kids for years now. I started with my son. He was born in 2003. So I think I started with him when he was 16 or 15. I started getting these. And I haven't had a banner. They haven't had a banner this big. So I got it this time. I'm just going to scan it so you can see all these different categories that they're highlighted. The sports that year, they talk about the World Series champions, Stanley champions, NBA champions. That year was the Boston Celtics in 2008, which is wild. Super Bowl champion, New York Giants. The movies that were top notch that year. The news, that's the year Barack Obama was elected president. First time around. Okay. And some other good stuff. Some other good stuff happened. And this is a cute part. The most amazing news, a very special person came into this world. It's you. How cutesy, how cutesy. And these are other people who were born the same year as my daughter. Many folks I haven't heard of before, but it's cool to know that. And look at that. I think that's so cute. It's the slang. Cray. And it tells the example, or it tells an explanation of what those stand for. Cray, Fosheezy, Peep, Sweet, Redonkulous. Hilarious. How many of y'all know and remember those words and have used those words back in the day? 2008 seems like an eternity ago. Ain't that wild? We were stationed in Alaska. That's when my daughter was born. 2008, y'all. 2008. 2008. Okay. I just wanted to show y'all that before I dove off because that was a win. Okay. That was a win. Getting her birthday together, doing all that stuff in a timely fashion, making sure she was good, taking care of my daughter for 18 years, making sure she's good, making sure she's well equipped with life, all the things, all the things. Speaking of, she's supposed to be going to get my, what's the name? Because we having the rest of this dip. We had chips, dips, and desserts and chicken last night for her party. Let me see where she at. Cause just checking. And I am about to dive in for real, for real. Okay. She is en route. She en route. So let me lock in so I can finish this y'all on Club Win. I got a little sidetracked. Y'all follow me though, okay? Just a little ADHD brain, and that's okay. I am learning to love me as me, which is one of my wins, okay? I don't need to justify or make people feel better about me. I am me, and that's how I'm gonna be, y'all. As me. So I'm gonna start off with the financial wins. The board is pretty big, so I'm kind of happy to the side. My financial wins for February. I didn't go into like numbers. So I just gave like an overview of these categories. As time go on, I will get a little bit more specific with my wins. I might have some numbers associated with it, might not, but I will tell you though, it is pretty amazing to take time to sit down and actually write out your wins. I am somebody who capture my wins a lot by video or photo, like video footage or photo imagery. And that's how I capture it because I like to look back at it. But it's great to then like just take time and just review your day, your week, your month, and just see how much you've done in that month and how many wins you've compounded and accumulated, how many wins you've accumulated and compounded throughout the days and the weeks and the month, because all of that will do you wonders throughout the year. Okay. And then you will have all these great wins along your path. And then before you know it, you are stepping into that thing that you have had a desire to do. And I know that to be true. That's been my life experience, my life journey. So I speak from experience, honey. So capturing your wins are so important. It's a beautiful thing to do for yourself. So a financial wellness win for the month of January for me was applying the tips and tricks I've been learning and teaching others. Oh, so we all can win. I make notes for myself. So it's very important for me. I am always learning new things. Let me tell you something. After work, I'd be in the kitchen, whether I'm cooking or warming up something or preparing for the next day. Sometimes I'll have like a desire to just check in with my finance people that I follow. Like I'm a YouTuber for real, for real. YouTube is the best thing for people who love to learn and love to teach. And that's me. I love to learn new things and I love to teach it out. So I get to consume and I get to be a consumer, and then I also get to be a producer, which is an amazing way to be on both sides of the coin, of the same coin. So I'll come home while I'm preparing my meal or preparing for the next day, and I'll have my finances up. And I'll be listening to it as I'm preparing, whether I'm in the kitchen or on the couch. It just depends on where I am, what I'm trying to accomplish, if like how long it's been since I've tapped into my finance folks. So right now I'm learning different things about investment. I've been learning about investment a lot, and I'm very close. I'm very close. Like I am ready, not even close. I am ready to start investing. Like it's wild. I started this journey of learning, like intentionally learning about finances 10 years ago, y'all. It's been 10 years ago, 2016. I started like intentionally wanting to get better and learn about finances and be in a better state. And so I went on that journey and I got hit to like Ramsey. That was the first one that came across my radar. And so I started learning all the things about Ramsey and his 7 baby steps. And it's branched off. Like my guy AO, Anthony O'Neill, used to work for Ramsey. That's how I first was introduced to him and his work. And he specialized at the time in helping students go to school for free, like college students go to school for free. And his business and his focus has branched out so much, and I got so much respect for him. So I follow him, and me following him introduced me to so many other financial uh, geniuses, professionals, gurus who teach in their area, their specialty area of finance. And the most recent gentleman I started following through Anthony O'Neill's page is his name is escaping me, but he got like these dreads. He's caramel complexion. His name is going to come to me. I want to say it start with like a C, but I'll find it. But that's my guy, and he specializes in investment. So I've been following and watching his page, and he talked a lot about EFTs. So that's a newer term that has come up for me. So that's what I've been learning about, because I struggle with, and I'm overcoming perfection, and perfection in a way of not wanting to make the wrong decision. And one thing's just right, but I am learning that things aren't perfect. Things won't always go how you think it should go, and it's okay, because life is meant to be explored. Life is meant to be explored. It is an experiment. We're all doing this thing for the first time. None of us have ever been the age that we are in this moment, and now the next moment, and in the next moment. We're new every moment. Like it's a new opportunity to learn something new, right? A new opportunity to learn something new. So life is meant to be explored. We don't have it all figured out. Nobody does. And if anybody ever tells you they know everything and they have it all figured out, they're a lie. Wisdom is one thing. Knowledge is one thing. Having an understanding is one thing. Knowing it all is a flat out lie because nobody does except for one being, right? So the having wisdom is knowing what you know and what you don't know, and knowing when you need to get some more insight, some more knowledge. So, hello, that's a great message, a great message. So I always seek out what I don't know and I don't understand because I love learning new things. Okay. So I'm going to find his name because now it's not leaving me until I get it. I have a folder in on my YouTube. I'm gonna do this so you can see. I have a folder on my YouTube. These are all my different folders. Let me just scroll up so y'all can see. I ain't playing. I am a life learner and a learner of life. You see this? All these are all different folders, y'all. I don't play no games and I categorize them. Okay. I started off with one YouTube folder, which was watch later, and then I would build more out. So I would just save it as watch later because it was quick just to save it as watch later. But over the however many years, especially last year, I started making all these different categories. Like I consume so much, I need to place it in these different buckets. Because if you look at my watch later list, it's thousands. It's thousands. And there's no way I'm going through all that. But if I have at least the category, I just take that one extra step in the moment when I'm going to save my videos. I can watch it now and watch it later, but I can go back to that category. Okay. So let me just go really quick to my finance one. My finance one. One thing, because I got so many categories now, I need a quick search for finance folder because I got so many. Y'all's wild. Oh, here we go. Financial wellness. I actually labeled some of my folders the same as these different dimensions. So that way I can easily find it. I just want to find his name for y'all. Oh, I also follow Earn Your Leisure. I followed them years ago. And some other new animation ones that are pretty cool and easy for me to understand. I'm looking at George, Rachel Cruz, The Table with AO. That's what it's called. I know him as Anthony O'Neill, but his actual YouTube page is called The Table with AO. Oh, there she go, the budget mom. I've been trying to remember, like, what is my girl's name? Because she went on vacation during the holidays, so I didn't see her pop up. But I need to find her, so I'm glad I'm looking through this. I found her. It is the budget mom. That's my girl. She actually walks through how to do things in your financial planners. Oh, his channel is called Investing Uncomplicated. That's the guy. But I wanted to know his name. But if you go to Investing Uncomplicated, he truly does make investing simple. He simplifies investing, and it's important because those of us that didn't grow up learning and knowing and being taught financial literacy because it wasn't passed down to our parents and their parents, and they were just in survival mode, so they were making it work with what they have. A lot of us did not grow up with that language, that understanding, and therefore we fear what we don't know, right? We fear and we judge what we don't know. So it's always best to gain an understanding and learn what you don't know. And then that reduces fear. I know that to be true in so many different areas of my life, honey. So Investing Uncomplicated is the YouTube page that I started to dive deeper into to learn more and more about investing, but I was already learning about investing before then. He just makes it so simple and give you insights and some guidance and put you onto some game that helps you feel confident in knowing that, hey, this is a long game, not a short game. Understanding like not to get emotional with the highs and lows of the stock market and things like that, and to stay in it for the long haul. Look at me talking a little bit about investing. It's like, see, when you learn and when you study, it comes out of you. Okay. So nonetheless, I am ready. I am ready to actually invest. So now I just gotta go for it. Just prioritize it. And this month in February, that's what I'm doing. I am going to strategically take money that I would have normally used to spend on fast food, convenient food, anything that's wasteful, that's not adding to me, that's not an asset. I'm going to take those liabilities because if they're not adding to you, they're extracting from you. So I'm going to take those liabilities because they're not assets, and I'm going to convert them into assets. So I'm going to make my money work for me while I'm sleeping. Somebody else is working for me while I'm sleeping. That is what I want my life to look like, okay? Um, yes, yes. Okay. So that's what I'm doing in February. Well, I gave y'all a little insight. My February goal. I wasn't supposed to do that, but whatever. I did what I did. But that's what my January looked like as far as that goal, applying the tips and tricks I've been learning around financial literacy to my day to day. Okay. So that's what it's been looking like. I take not every opportunity, but I take the opportunities to learn what I don't know, to enhance my knowledge, and to expand upon my current understanding of things so that way I can continue to live well, live life well. I paid off a big bill, okay? Big bill, big car repair bill. That bill was $2,000, okay? I paid off that big bill. That could have cost me an extra $2,000 if I would have let the interest pile on, if I would have let the interest start. So I got my daughter's car fixed. The bill again was a high bill. If I didn't pay it off within a certain period of time, 90 days, I would have been hit with that interest. And sometimes you just don't have that excess. I am working on having that excess, okay? And I have excess, but I didn't have that amount of excess due to so many people in my household. We all were having back-to-back car repair issues. So savings dwindled. And now I am back to building back up my savings after being hit left and right with these emergencies that came out of nowhere, left and right, with these cars that needed to be fixed. And the expenses that is associated with getting your cars fixed is so high. It's so high at another level right now. Everything is so freaking expensive. It's like extremely challenging to live an affordable lifestyle because you will have a savings and then boom, it gets taken. But that's why you have a savings. But the most important thing is that you have the understanding, the knowledge, the skill set, and the tools to build back up the savings. So don't beat yourself up if you have to use your savings because that's what it's there for. Having different savings is a better position to be in. Not having all your money in one location, one spot is a better situation to be in because you don't want to deplete all your savings. You still want to have something in these different areas. So that's where I'm getting to, having different savings accounts, high yield savings accounts. Okay. And I'm not on here to be a financial guru, but again, I like to learn and teach what I learn. So that looks like financial wellness for me. Learning, teaching it, learning and applying it. And by learning and applying it, I am better able to teach it and then it just flows out. So that's my financial wellness bucket. I will be as I'm going into February, I will be, well, I might as well just tell y'all, I'm wrapping up January and then I can just tell y'all some of the things I want to do for February. So I have a video record of that. And that way, when I touch base with y'all in February, it's me having accountability, but then also highlighting what it looks like for me to actually achieve these goals. So now that that big bill is paid off, because that takes extra out of my account that I was not anticipating putting towards that bill, I can now redirect that money and put it into different savings, high yield savings accounts with these different titles for what I want to save up for. So that way, when it's time to pull the money for whatever expense that I want to pull the money for, I have the money and I don't deplete my account like my checks like I've done in the past. Okay. Those were old spending habits. I'm new. I have new knowledge. I have new understanding. I have wisdom. Therefore, my behaviors will catch up with that. Okay. So that's where I am. That's where I am. I put a note here underneath paying off that big bill that I am no longer allowing companies to steal my money. Okay, my hard-earned money. I don't work hard to pay out to other people. I know y'all don't work hard to pay out to other people. This is what I teach my kids about adulting and managing their finances. You should be able to keep the majority of the money that you work for. But most of us And this is statistics. This is not Michelle. Most of us, we literally work to pay other people. And I hate it. Okay. I hate paying bills. I hate paying bills. I know it's a part of adulting, but I hate paying bills. I truly feel like if I work, I should be able to keep what I work for because you didn't work for this money. You didn't work for this money that I earned. So why do you deserve to get my money? That's where we got to move to. We got to get to that part. Like, we are so indignant. We are so annoyed. We are so ticked off. We are so just over paying other people our hard earned money because none of these people that you pay this money out to is waking up with you and going to work with you and dealing with raggediness with you and navigating the BS with you. Nobody is doing that with you. It is you doing that. And then they have the audacity to be in your account before you get access to your money and taking your hard-earned money. Taxes, subscriptions, unnecessary bills, just thievery. I mean, when I say unnecessary bills, I'm talking about all of them, y'all. Subscriptions, credit cards, loans, like all these jokers just in your pocket. In your pocket, your hard-earned money. They are just stealing from us. I see it as stealing. I see it as stealing. Y'all taking from me. I want that money for myself, okay? And to do what I want to do with that money, to be able to do the things that I have a desire to do. And I can't if y'all in my pockets, if y'all stealing my stuff. Oh yeah. I'm enjoying doing this, y'all. As you can see, I blew up my hair. She back. So yes, so that's my financial wellness part, y'all. That's where I am. That's my mindset. I'm over it. I want to keep more of my money. So I'm doing the things. I'm doing the things to keep more of my money, okay? And to make money while I'm asleep, because yes, yes, the life of luxury. That's the season that I have been transitioning into over the past year and some change. So life of luxury. Okay, life of luxury and want to be in these international streets. I can't do that if I'm paying all my money out to other people. And if people are in my account stealing my money. So no, we like to keep our money, okay? All right, moving on. Social wellness, and I'm gonna move this along because I did say, okay, Michelle only be on here for 30 minutes, y'all. And I've been on here for 32 minutes. So let me speed this up. Okay, social wellness. So underneath that one for January, my wins were I stay connected and engaged with great folks. So that is people that I met along my journey, some new colleagues, some new partners. I stay engaged and connected with some great folks. That is important though. That is important because I went inward when I was going through a very challenging season, after going through a very traumatic event. I became extremely like I went inward. I became I often say I became a shell of shell. I became a shell of myself. So I went inward. I became afraid of people. I lost my confidence. I didn't feel safe anymore in public. So for me to be able to answer calls and return calls and go out and seek first a relationship with somebody, which is all of that was who I was before I went through a traumatic experience. And so what I have been transitioning back to it is myself. I've come back to myself. My fun, loving, outgoing, supporting, uplifting, empowering, bubbly self. I am back to her plus then some because now I have knowledge and wisdom um, from my live learned experiences. And I've been on this journey of healing from all the things that I went through that made me scared and that caused me to go inward. So, me celebrating and highlighting, staying connected and engaged with great folks is important because when you go through something traumatic and you go inward, you go to a deep, deep, dark place, chronic depression. You may not feel like you want to be here anymore. Life isn't worth it. It is a very dark season, a very dark place. And so it's important to highlight that for those of you that are in this space right now, know that it's going to get better. Okay. You just keep going. It is life on the other end of this season that you're in. and know that all is well and all has already been worked out for you. And there is hope for you right now in the midst of it. You don't have to wait to be out of it. Having hope right now and seeking connection with people while you're in it is what helped you get out of it. And it actually helped you expedite that season of being in isolation when you get connected with the right folks. Okay. It can drastically change everything for you. Being in isolation will keep you there. It can keep you there longer. So getting connected with great folks, with the right folks, with the tribe that God has sent you and wrapped around you as a place of safety and security, that's who you want to attach yourself with. That's who you want to be around, because they will help you get out of the space and the season that you're in, and get back to you, the true you, maybe the you that you didn't even know existed. And to go right along with that is another win, which is being less and less afraid of humans. Triggers are still there, somewhat like lightweight, it'll come up, but I'm able to navigate them and not stay in that space of being fearful on the inside of my body and my nervous system being dysregulated due to being in chronic compounding traumatic experiences. My nervous system is healing more and more. That the more and more I take care of myself and recognize what this really is, so I get to say that this evidence, I can see the evidence of what is really happening and understand that I'm not really afraid. My body kept the score of a traumatic event, and it gives you the physiological response as though you're still afraid, but you're safe now, and you have to tell yourself that you're safe. And I literally had that experience earlier when I was at Audi, and I went to my car to put the things in my trunk, but I had so much in my hands because I didn't put it in my cart. I had so much in my hands trying to juggle, trying to open up my trunk. And a guy came up behind me, and I immediately got startled on the inside of my body because the attack that I experienced was from behind, and it was with a guy, right? And so in that moment, he came up behind me, he asked me, "Did you need help?" But in that moment, he didn't feel like somebody safe. He felt like, and I felt like I was right back in that situation where I was attacked and I was in a traumatic experience. And so that can happen when you have gone through a trauma, a small trauma or a big trauma. Your body and your brain keeps that score. And even though you're in a safe situation, your body and your brain won't feel safe in that moment. So again, you can feel triggered, but you have to remind yourself by seeing the evidence, right? Get out your brain, get out your body, and be in the real world and see, hey, I'm not in that same situation. I'm actually safe. He's not him. He's not the person that did that to me. He's actually trying to help me. He's not trying to harm me or to hurt me. And I was able to calm myself down and I didn't say all this stuff to myself out loud. I just had the understanding internally, I'm in a safe place. He's not here to hurt me. He was actually trying to help me. In the moment, though, it didn't feel like that. In the moment, it felt like my body was bracing for the attack. So I know how that feels. If you experience that, it's a real thing. Understand it's okay. It is a process to heal from traumatic experiences. So love on yourself in the process and know you are doing the best you can in every moment as you are healing and going along your journey. And I'm sending so much love to y'all. I'm heavy on my heart because I understand how real that is. I understand how real that is. And you can't rush your way through it. You gotta take your time and heal through it. And I know for me, I be wanting to be done. I be wanting to be done with the lessons. I be wanting to be done with healing. I just want to be completely 100% healed. And it's the journey. It's just the journey. It's okay. Just know that you are making progress. This is what Club Win is all about. We're making progress. We're not being perfect. Okay. So that's why I say I'm less and less. I'm less and less afraid of humans. Triggers are real. Just know it's okay. It's not you. It's just your body, your brain keeping the score, but know you're okay. Okay? We're moving, we're grooving, we're taking care of ourselves, we're loving on ourselves through the journey. Another social wellness win is I am laughing, living, loving. I'm dancing more and more. I'm more and more myself, y'all. It is amazing to just be me again, to love me for me again, and to be back to me, but back to the new me and the me that I didn't 100% remember that I was when I was going through and surviving. Okay. If you know, you know. If you've been through that, you understand. If you haven't, when you go through stuff, you just become a shell of yourself. When you go through traumatic experience, you become a shell of yourself, like I mentioned earlier. So I'm so proud of me and I'm so happy for me that I'm in this space of just being myself again and celebrating myself and highlighting all the great things that I'm doing. Because for so long, for it was years, y'all going through that, it was years. I've been recovering and healing from that traumatic experience for years. It happened in 2021. I am finally able, you're not about to be emotional. I am emotional on the inside, but I'm not going to cry. I'm finally able to authentically celebrate myself. And I can do it no matter if anybody else, no matter if no one else celebrates me. I can celebrate myself. And it is so empowering because when I went through that traumatic experience, I became a shell of myself and I lost so much confidence. I lacked so much self-confidence. So much so I was relying on other people to make me confident. And when they weren't affirming me, I doubted myself and I started seeing myself through their lens, through their limited lens. It's limited. People can't see what God placed in you. I mean, not 100%. Like some of us have that gift. I have that gift. I'm really great at seeing the greatness in others and in myself. But when you go through it, you start lacking that. So I lack that. So I'm so proud of me that I am back to me. I am singing, I'm loving, I'm laughing, I'm living my life on my terms more and more. I am proud of me. I am dancing, okay? Dancing, 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 dancing. It's so important because that all those things are true, authentic to who I am. So I am happy for me that I am doing that. And I didn't start in January, okay? I want to make that very clear. January is just a continuation of all the work I've already been doing. I already been living, loving, laughing, and dancing. I started that already. I'm already in that season. But in January, I'm just highlighting January for you. But I just was doing it more and more in January. Just doing it more and more with more people and just living and loving life more and more. So I just wanted to capture that. In addition to that, again, I learn, I teach. I'm also teaching others how to celebrate themselves and love on themselves and laugh and live this life well. Hence Club Win. Okay. Brain health and emotional wellness. That dimension of wellness. What I want to highlight for the month of January, I was better able to navigate life's challenges and not absorb them. Okay, I was better able. So again, this is a journey. I was already doing it. I didn't start in January. I'm gonna keep on saying that because some of us, more of us have gotten better at this, but some of us wait to start until January. We wait to start until Monday. We wait to start until tomorrow. We wait. I also struggle with that as well in different ways. For me, it's some things that I've been waiting. I've been waiting. It's more the perfectionist thing because I want to have it all figured out. I wait in certain areas and I go in certain areas. So, but what I know to be true and what I used to teach and what I still teach and what I live by, specifically around taking care of ourselves, we wait to take care of ourselves. Hey son, look at my son. Look at my grown babes. I'm live on. I left it for you. It's in the pot. The blue pot on the stove. Did somebody just take it? I left. If your sister took it, go get it from her. That wasn't hers. That's yours. Lachelle, she can eat the other dip. Tell her that's not hers. That was yours. I left that for you. She can get the other dip. And tell her I said it. Hold on, y'all. I gotta be mine for a minute. Shell, you had dip yesterday. That dip I left in that pot for your brother because he didn't have any. Give it to him. You can get the other dips that I bought. Okay, y'all. I had to be a mom for a minute. Had to be a mom for a minute. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I forgot to communicate that to them, but my son, he's been fasting all month long, and I wanted to make sure that he had dip. And I make this great rotel dip that my homegirl Milana taught me. Hey, Milana. Hey, babe. Is it all gone? Okay, I'll make you some more if it's not a lot. I'll just have to buy some more. Actually, it's ground beef left in there in rotel, and the Velveeta cheese, son. It's no more actual rotel in the can. I can get more tomorrow, but if you want to add more to what you have, just brown up the ground beef in there and take some of the Velveeta that's in there. Okay. I'll buy some more rotel dip and I'll make you some more for tomorrow. And there's other dips too that you can add to that, like on the side. It's a plethora of dips. I put them out on the counter. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm back. So, brain health, emotional wellness. What was I saying? Oh, so don't wait. So don't wait. Take care of yourself. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till Monday. Don't wait till a new month start, a new week start. Because if you constantly wait, you'll always be waiting. Just do whatever it is you want to do. Because again, remember what I said earlier, life is an experiment. And that I hope frees many of us who struggle with that perfectionism thing, that feel like we got to have it all the answers, have it all figured out so we don't fail, so we don't mess up. We're going to mess up. We're going to have mistakes. I don't even want to say fail, okay? Because I've learned over the years that it's not failing, it's just lessons. And in every lesson, it's a blessing. So it's really nothing to be afraid of. And I'm saying this and I'm looking to myself, but I'm also talking to y'all. It's really nothing to be afraid of because it's just an experiment. And every great that I follow, like people who have made it that we all admire, they all talk about the same thing, that they had so many different, they call it failures, that they failed so much, but nobody knows the failures. Nobody see the failures because nobody want to talk about the failures. Nobody said, they might talk about it, but nobody want to highlight the failures. They just want to highlight the wins. So I highlight both. I highlight both. I talk about the struggles, but I also talk about the wins. It is a struggle, but it is wins. And the reason why I highlight the wins because people beat themselves up so much. But when it comes to business in particular, a lot of people just want to highlight everything that's good. They don't want to talk about the bad stuff. You got to be able to do both. Okay, because people coming up, you got to be able to see that it's a struggle. It's a struggle. It's not perfect. It's never perfect. It's a struggle. So that's a great reminder to myself and to everybody. Just go and just go. Okay, don't be afraid. So I've been better able to navigate life challenges and not absorb them, okay? Because when you go through traumatic things and you struggle with things, we can absorb it. And as someone who has an ADHD brain, we absorb. We are, a lot of us, well, I'll say myself, but the research has shown that a lot of us, we are very impact. The word is gone. We're empaths. We're empathetic. There they go. We're empathetic. And so we feel deeply, specifically women, we feel very deeply the nuance in humans. We can feel it so we could take it on. And I have absorbed people's stuff since I was a little girl. So therapy has helped a lot to release what does not belong to me and give people themselves back. Give people back to themselves. You see how I said that backwards? Give people back to themselves and navigate life challenge and not absorb them. Okay. I spoke about it before. I have been more and more confident. That also ties into brain health and emotional wellness. My confidence is strong. And I put that, I'm going to show you. I'm taking off the board. More confident with the heart. Okay. Loving on myself. More confident. More and more confident. Moving my body for my brain. Okay. Brain health, emotional wellness. I do that for my brain. Okay. So moving my body for my brain. I talked about that on many videos. So y'all can go take a look at any of my videos that I talked about brain health and the significance of moving my body. If you look at my thumbnails, it is generally the videos that have me doing some type of workout because I connect the dots between moving your body and the impact, the positive impact that it has on your brain health and well-being, and how it impacts your brain and well-being negatively when you don't move your body. So specifically brain health. And I want to note that as I go through all of these, not one of these, I actually made a separate note and I put it here to highlight, not one of these talked about my weight. My weight is not a primary goal. And because it's not my primary goal anymore, like years ago, I told my friend, I want to say it was like 2019, and we like talked about like our goals. And I told her that I wanted to move away from, so that was like 7 years ago. I told her I wanted to move away from being on this cycle, this roller coaster ride, this ridiculous cycle of being up and down with my weight and constantly focusing on my weight. It was all consuming, because it didn't work. Right. And I kept on going back, and it was a constant struggle. I now know why. Okay. I now know why over my years of studying and learning, and now them highlighting it, around obesity being a disease. And it's what's happening in your brain that's causing what's happening in your body. And your brain constantly want to take you back to your set point. So it's just being on a roller coaster ride. And so I then, 2019, I had the thought and start intentionally moving away from focusing on my weight so much. Although I still care about it, it's not my primary focus, right? I have shifted from that because of life. My focus of overall well-being, it used to be about weight. Now it's about my brain health and my overall well-being, my brain health. Because I said in my previous videos, if your brain ain't right, nothing else is. Okay? You got to take care of yourself up here first. When you're well in your brain, everything else will flow. Okay? You're healthy and well here, everything else flows. Okay? Your heart will be well. Okay? So you got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself. All right. And then the last one over here is having healthier relationships with my thoughts, calling a spade a spade. This here, healthier relationship with my thoughts and calling a spade a spade. Listen to me. I won't go deep into this. I am going to really start spending more time on curating the content for my OCD page so I can do a deeper dive into that. But I have talked about this so much on so many videos on this page. So you can go to any of my old videos and really see how I did a deep dive into me living life well with OCD, living life well with ADHD, living life well navigating PTSD, and Peri. Peri is short for perimenopause. Specifically the OCD. OCD, religious scrupulosity, really took my life and flipped it upside down as a result of the trauma that I went through. It activated on another level. So I've talked about that a lot, and it's important for me to highlight that because I'm not the only one that lives with OCD. And that's navigating healing from PTSD. And perimenopause drastically impacts your brain. So the things that I talk about when it comes to brain health, based off my experience, other people have different experiences. But for me, it's the intersection of OCD, perimenopause, ADHD, and PTSD. So that channel, I'm actually going to shift the name of that channel, and it will more than likely encompass all four of those. But y'all, the way the battle in his brain be, specifically with OCD though, is no joke. And when you couple all four of those together, y'all, you can understand why it's been a struggle over these past 4 years. But I thank God I'm on the other side of it. So now I can really help others because I've been doing the work to take care of myself for the past 5 years. I keep saying 4 years, the past 5 years. Okay. Spiritual wellness. Spiritual wellness, this is a major one because, as I mentioned before, having OCD, religious scrupulosity, and going through that traumatic experience, I became very, very, very fearful of God. OCD attacks the things that you value most, and my relationship with God is something that I value most. And so I made a note here that throughout the month of January, periodically, I read scripture more and more without being fearful. Now, because I'm healing, I still have moments where I'm uncertain, I'm a little hesitant, and I'm still like, ugh, but I remember the evidence. I remember the evidence. That's a big one. Remember the evidence. Track, highlight your evidence. It will help you overcome. It will help you navigate. It will help ground you in reality and stop the distortions that your brain creates as a result of traumatic experiences. Okay. So I have been able, that's major for me. Oh, you know what I haven't done? I haven't done this, y'all. I haven't done this. I forgot to tell y'all that was my surprise. That's my surprise. I'm gonna try to keep it here because my daughter did a sweep earlier. I'm gonna try to keep it here on me. But instead of popping the fans, I told y'all earlier that I was going to be doing something different. So I'm going to be doing confetti. Confetti is going to look a little messy, but that's okay. I'll clean that up. But yes, a little confetti every time I highlight a win, okay? So that's my new thing for 2026. I'm doing confettis. Confetti, confetti, confetti. Sometimes I have a confetti cannon, but most times I'll do this. I'll sprinkle some confetti, y'all. All right, because we deserve to celebrate ourselves as we celebrate, y'all. This is why it's time for me. It's time for me to rest, okay? Because I've been going. I merged two words: highlight and celebrate. Celebrate. And look, it's a cutesy one. Got a little heart for the month of love. Okay, month of love, and then I got love bug. That's one. These are cutesy confetti cannons they got. Okay, so I'll highlight myself or celebrate myself as I highlight my wins. Okay, I got. This was also in there. Text me. No, we're not doing that. But that was cute. I just want to celebrate that, or show you that. I keep on mixing up highlight and celebrate. And then open to the whispers of God's guidance. Why that's important? I used to do that, and then again, going through traumatic experience and OCD activating and mutating in a way where it went from how I experienced OCD before to being afraid of God, having religious scrupulosity. It's important to highlight that because those who have religious scrupulosity understands what it does to you when you are trying to go about your life, and the very thing that you used to be able to go to for guidance, for help, for safety and comfort, now is something that you're terrified of, and you're second guessing everything. You're over inundated with thoughts about every single decision. It's wild. At times it was terrifying and very scary. So I highlight that it's important for others who don't have OCD, religious scrupulosity, or OCD period. You'd be like, oh, that's not a big deal, I do it all the time. It is a big difference when your brain has gone through trauma. It changes. And so reading scripture is not the same. It actually can cripple you. OCD can cripple you just with the thought of reading scripture, or when you read script, and when you read scripture, what scripture says back to you, it can be traumatic. It can be scary. So it always doesn't land. It doesn't always land on us like it lands on someone who doesn't have a OCD brain. So it's important to highlight this. It's major. This is a major celebration. This is a major celebration that I'm able to read scripture more and more without, hey, Mike Brown, without being afraid. My Mike Brown. Mike Brown is the coach of, is he the coach of Knicks or the Lakers? If he's the coach of the Lakers, that's wild because Mike Brown used to be a coach of the Cavs years ago. And I think LeBron was on his team when he was the coach. He might be the coach of the Knicks. I have to look into that. He just popped up on my screen. I love basketball, so it's in the background. So yes, let me highlight that. Being open to the whispers of God's guidance again, like not being afraid, not being now I be having moments, but overwhelmingly, like 90% of the time, I'm back to like trusting my ability to trust the whispers of God and not be stuck, be trapped. When you have OCD, you're trapped in your mind, you're trapped in your thoughts. So I am celebrating that, babes. I am celebrating that, honey. Because listen, child, it's been a struggle, okay? It's been hecka hard. It's what led me and had me in the hospital, okay? I was in the psych ward as a result of that, as a result of the PTSD and OCD, in there for 5 days, getting the help that I needed to take care of myself mentally. So yes, yes, yes. I'm proud of me because look at me now. Look at me now. Proud of me, and I'm proud of you, boo. I'm proud of you, boo. So don't give up on yourself, okay? It's life on the other side. It's life on the other side. All right, I'm coming around the bend, y'all. Physical wellness. Physical wellness is down here. I'm gonna try to go through these faster. Because some of these I've already highlighted on previous videos, and we're about to be at an hour. So for physical wellness, I did 2 insanity workouts in the month of January. Two, actually on New Year's Day, I talked about this in another video. New Year's Day, I kicked off the New Year's by doing an insanity workout as an indicator, as a message to my brain, to my body, to myself. We're going for it, sis. We're going for it. Okay. It's not we wish one day. The one day is today. One day is now. So I did 2 insanity workouts this month. I did Taibo this month, one time. And I did boxing videos, kickboxing videos. I did some dancing videos, I believe, at least one. And I had a great time, and I did quite a few hit videos. I'm back to it. I'm moving my body. Outside of the actual YouTube videos, I also did my very first run of the year outside in the cold, even though it was snow on the ground. I did my very first run of the year. So I got an outdoor run in the month of January. It was one run, but it was a run because I hadn't ran in months. And I did it in a winter month. If you know, you know. Some of us didn't grow up running outside in the cold in the winter. That wasn't everybody, okay? So I am getting back to me. I am back to me. I'm not getting back to me. I'm back to me. I'm here. I'm her. I'm her. I'm here. Okay. So I ran my first run of the year, and I set out to just run around this little cul-de-sac area in our neighborhood just for a little bit, just for like 10 minutes, just to do it. It was impromptu, but I wind up that day running nearly 2 miles. I was either at 2 miles or over 2 miles or very close to 2 miles. So that was a major win because I thought it was only going to be, I'm like, okay, just do it 10 minutes. Then it was like, okay, just get to a mile. And I just kept going and going and going. So that's a win for me. If I didn't put up that video, I'm gonna have to put it up, but I think I did. So I'll start going live so y'all can see me in action doing that. I did this morning. I went live when I did my morning walk. So I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. That was major. That was major. First run of the year outside in the winter. Hello, hello. Okay, confetti, confetti. Love it. Physical wellness. Physical wellness is just not about moving your body. It's about your actual body. So, in addition to moving your body, it's also about what you put in your body and taking care of your body. So I have been doing more and more cooking homemade meals. Again, I didn't start in January. I was already doing it in 2025, and I started to transition to do it in 2026. I mean 2024, going backwards. So I've been doing more and more making homemade meals. Here's what I want to highlight though, because I'm out of the needing fast food meals I talked about in the previous video, so you can look at that. But what I really want to highlight is I've gotten more and more back into the spirit of being excited to cook. Because at one point it became a chore, it became a duty, a responsibility, and I then went on strike because I wasn't feeling appreciated. So now I'm back to cooking for the love of cooking, enjoying cooking for me. Because this, if you haven't heard me say it before, I'm gonna say it now. I'm in the season of me. It's not just the year of me, it's the season of me. So I start making that transition last year of being in the season of me because historically who I am is someone who have prioritized taking care of others over taking care of myself. I'm the oldest child, I'm the oldest grandchild. It is also just my personality. I believe it is something that I was nurtured to be in this way. So if you know, you know, if you're the eldest, and I was the eldest by default, but I'm the eldest. And what I say? I'm the eldest child and I'm the eldest grandchild. So that responsibility is often on you to be the example. And it's just also how I go through the world as a result of that role. So who I am truly as a nurturer, as a caregiver, as a change agent, as a servant leader, we oftentimes put ourselves on the back burner. And I've talked about that so many times in my videos. So you can look at that deep dive. And I got out of taking care of myself first. And I don't know if I've ever known how to take care of myself first. I really don't. So I've been on this journey of learning how to take care of me first, how to prioritize me. I have taken care of myself, but first, not always, because being married, being a wife, being a military wife, right? The mission, your husband, your spouse, whoever is the active duty member, often their needs come first. Your kids' needs come first. It is quite normal and quite expected to put yourself on the back burner if you are a mom, if you are a parent, if you are the eldest. So we have to remember to get back to taking care of ourselves first if we ever had that privilege. Because I went from being a kid to having kids while I was still a kid. So I honestly don't recall me taking care of me first. So this is something that is new for me. So I'm in the season of me, y'all. I'm in the season of me. And I'm not saying year of me because a year come and go. Season, honey. Seasons come and go. But my seasons, what I have acquired, I keep. I shed what don't belong to me, honey. I release and shed what don't belong to me. And I keep what fuels me, what feeds me, what's going to enhance and elevate me. So the season of me, the season of me. So nonetheless, I am doing more and more. The cooking part, I am doing more and more that fuels me, that lights me up. And so I've been cooking for me, not for others. Others benefit from me cooking for me, but I cook for me. So maybe switch that, reframe that. Cook for you, and others will benefit from that. But if you do it for other people, if you keep doing for others, doing things for others and doing things outside of you to appease others, you're going to drain yourself, honey. Child, you're going to drain yourself. I know that to be real. You're going to burn yourself out. So do it for you. Other people will benefit from that overflow. Okay. And then lastly, that goes into the meal prepping. I've been doing more and more meal prepping and doing more and more meal prepping items that are more nutritious, lower carb. So I have like a little prop to show y'all. I won't dive deep into it. I'll do another video of it with the low carb, but I just want to show y'all this is an example of how I'm able to do some, and I'm going to be doing more with the Carb Quick box. Is a huge box. I had it for over a year. Still working well. I made me some pancakes this morning with it, and it's a low carb option to be able to enjoy pancakes, biscuits, waffles, anything else that you would use dough for in place of the traditional white flour dough. You can have low carb options for yourself and still have tasty, nutritious low carb meals. So that's an example of how I've been having nutritious low carb meals and doing meal prepping. I wasn't intentionally doing meal prepping. What I've been calling it, y'all, is my leftovers. So I've always meal prepped because I've had leftovers. I grew up eating leftovers, right? But that's an unintentional meal prep. I, in January, actually start to intentionally meal prep. That is the difference. So I've been doing unintentional and intentional meal prep by doing this. Instead of eating all, because I'll cook in abundance. That's how I grew up. I cook in abundance. I over prepare. And so it's helping me to not over consume food by splitting the food that I would have eaten in one meal, splitting it with two meals. And it just came to me on the inside of me, just like, okay, save some of this. Don't eat all of it right now. Eat a nice amount, enjoy it, but don't over consume. Enjoy what you do consume. Be in the moment with it. And then that overflow, that overconsumption that you would have did all in at this one meal, save half of that or save a portion of it and package it up, box it up, cup it up, and put that away in the fridge for your meal for work, for your meal for dinner. You see that? Clock that. Y'all clock that too? And that helps me to take control of the internal desire and need to binge eat. And I've shared this with y'all in past conversations. But when you have an ADHD brain, when you've experienced traumatic experiences since you were a little girl, you adopt coping mechanisms. And with ADHD, you're prone to addiction. Prone to doesn't mean 100% absolute, but we're more prone to addiction with the impulse control and the executive functioning challenges that we have. So my vice was food. And so overconsumption, binge eating, emotional eating is what I struggle with since I was younger. So this is a way to combat that in a way that I can still enjoy good food, but not overconsume, not binge eat, and manage the impulse, manage the need to overdo it and take back control. Okay. So that's a win for me. That section, I kick butt in physical wellness. I kick butt in physical wellness, y'all. Mm, mm, mm. Kick butt. All right. Environmental wellness. Environmental wellness. Look at this. Look at this. Environmental wellness. I curated a psychologically safe home for myself and my family. I am learning and growing. We learning and growing as a family, even in the toughest of times. And in toughest of times is important to highlight because if you know, you know, especially as you go through these different seasons, transitioning from who your kids were to who they're becoming and who they're going to be, who you were, who you're becoming, who you're going to be, whoever else you live with, your partner, your family member. We have an intergenerational house. I talked about it before. My mom, she and I merged households. And so who she was, who she is, and who she's going to be, we're all transitioning. None of us are staying the same. The only constant in life is change. So being able to not stay where people were, being okay with not holding them to who they were, being open-minded to them becoming who they are, who they will be. It is a struggle, child, especially if you're a parent, because you just want your kiddos to be the sweet little kiddos that they were. And now they just these talking back, defiant, independent little humans. Okay. And I've been on this journey with my kids since they got into adolescence and they preteen and teen and now young adult and newly adult-ish phase season that they're in, y'all. It has been a transition. So when I say in the toughest of times, the toughest of times is authentically true. I'm being transparent. And if you know, you know as a parent. It can be tough sometimes in a family, whether it's with your kids or whether it's with your spouse or anybody else that you live with. Sometimes it can be tough, y'all. And so we're learning, we're growing together. So I wanted to highlight that without giving specifics, but giving more detail. I just gave that insight. That's what I meant by that one. Because child, it can be tough and it can be exhausting at times, but it's my environment. And so it's important to have a healthy environment. You have to be able to have healthy environments so you can live well. If your environment is your number one factor, if your environment isn't healthy and psychologically safe, nothing, you're not healthy and psychologically safe. Is what caused my breakdown. It's what causes a lot of people breakdown. Okay. When your environment, and it is scientifically proven, when you are in an unsafe, toxic, harmful toxic environment, y'all, your person, your brain, your well being is not safe. It's not psychologically safe. Hence the internal jacked up nervous system. We have to have safe, psychologically safe environments. The homes that we live in, the workplaces that we work in, we spend more time in our workplace than we do at home, depending on where you work. Okay. If you work at home, that's a twofer. That's a doozy. That's a doozy. Okay. In our neighborhoods, outside of our home, like we have to be sure that we are in safe environments, psychologically safe environments. Environmental wellness. I also speak life. We speak life into one another. I speak life into my children. I speak life into my mom. I speak life into myself. So I speak life into and hold one another up and hold each other accountable. So that's how we are living well environmentally, environmental wellness. So let me highlight that. Let me celebrate that. Celebrate those highlights. Okay. We are almost done, y'all. Two more. Intellectual wellness. This is so important to me. As I mentioned earlier, I am somebody that is a lifelong learner, and I am a learner of life. I am fascinated by mostly all the things. Different seasons, I'm more fascinated by different things, just depending on what I got going on and what my desires are. But I am truly a learner of life and a lifelong learner, and we all should be, okay? Because again, complacency. Okay, everything you want is outside of your comfort zone. So work on not being complacent. Work on not being complacent. Um, Staying curious and open minded. It develops a growth mindset. So those are my little notes for you all with that. And oh, this is a big one. So I started learning Yoruba. Yoruba. I got to know how to pronounce that. But Yoruba, the language of Yoruba, I started learning that. It actually came to me. I didn't go searching for it, but I do have a desire to learn the different African languages that align with the tribes that I originated from. So I am African American, but I originated from Nigeria and from two tribes, Yoruba and Hausa. I used to say Hausa, but it's Hausa from my understanding. I'm still learning. So if you're out there and you are from a Yoruba tribe or Hausa tribe, it's Hausa. Um, Swahili is one of the languages. Yoruba is another language, and I'm still learning more. I don't know other things, but nonetheless, the video came up on my YouTube. Sometimes it just it's fed to you, and so I am learning. I don't know it off the top of my head. I just watched one video, so I don't know it all. But I started the process of learning Yoruba, so I'm so proud of me, because I do have a deep desire to learn my language from my African heritage. Because if you know, it was stripped, and if you didn't know, I'm saying it now to you. Our language was stripped away from us as a result of the Atlantic slave trade. So wherever we were dropped off at, specifically here in the U.S., the way it worked was our language was stripped from us. Our culture, our heritage was stripped from us. So a lot of things that we had that was instilled in us, it was stripped. It was beaten out of. It was, fear mongered out of. And so along the years, along the decades and centuries, a lot of us didn't grow up knowing our actual heritage. Our heritage became the Americanized version of it, which was not it. It was not it. Okay. It's not who we originated from. Okay. So I have been learning, how to shed what doesn't belong to me, shed what doesn't belong to me, and to learn what truly belongs to me. And that was pretty cool to learn Yoruba. And so the first thing that I seen was to learn how to say the word, the numbers, their numbers. So I'll next time, eventually, I'll come and I'll share some more. I'll practice it because again, you learn, you teach it, and it instills it in your brain. So that's a major one. That is intellectual wellness. I'm proud of myself. Okay. I'm proud of myself because I love to learn. I love to learn. I love to learn. I love to learn. I love learning new things. I love to learn what I didn't know I need to learn. And I love to share it out. So that's pretty cool. And the fact that I'm learning a language that come from my heritage that I can share with my kids and their kids, and we can start something new. We can start new traditions and bring it back. Okay. Just because it was stolen don't mean that we can't get it back. Everything that was stolen will come back to us triple fold. And that's Bible stuff. Now, not exactly that, how I said it, but I'm paraphrasing, okay? Everything that was stolen, everything that was meant for evil, God works it out for our good, and He pays us back twofold. I said triple fold because, I'm a little over the top and I don't put limitations on God. Okay, because God gonna do what He gonna do. So anyway, intellectual wellness, y'all. Intellectual wellness. That's pretty dope. So I started learning a second language. I have had a great desire to learn another language because so many people around the world, it's common for them, other cultures outside of the US. We're the only one that know one language unless we intentionally go out to learn another one. But fluid, we know one language, okay? But other cultures around the world, they know 4 or 5 languages. It's normal for them to know 4 or 5 languages. And we be around here judging, not me, because I don't judge them. Okay. I appreciate, I admire. We be around here judging people like they know less than us. They know more than us. Okay. We are not the end all be all. We need to take books out of their page. They know more than us. All right. So I value everybody out there that speak more than one language. Teach us because we don't know everything over here. Okay. Get off our high horse. Let me get off my tangent because I'll go there. Occupational wellness, y'all. Occupational wellness is about y'all jobby job. Okay. So many of us, like I said earlier, we spend so much time at our job and we are not psychologically safe there. We're mistreated. We could be the people that are mistreating others. If you are, get it together. It's unacceptable. Stop it. Okay. God knows all and sees all. It is vital that we are creating psychologically safe environments. All the places that we reside, so, or occupy. So at our at our occupations, at our jobs, for me, what I want to highlight is that that's what I do. That's who I am. I go around, I call a spade a spade, I call a thing a thing. I do it tactfully, I do it professionally, but I still do it. Okay. I speak up, I speak out. I do not allow bullying around me. I'm not, you can't be in a workplace with me and be bullying people, because I'm gonna say something. I was known as the person that bullied the bullies. Okay. I bullied the bullies. I don't play that. And by saying that, I didn't start torturing them. I just started calling it out. When I was younger, I would hit people up. When I'm older, you can't do that. But now that I'm older, I do it in a more professional way. But I'm still gonna say something. You're not gonna bully and mistreat people around me. I don't play that. Okay. I was an advocate before I realized that, before I knew that term. Advocacy, activism is in me. It's in my blood. That's the lineage I come from. Okay. We speak up. We gonna say something. Um, I'm not somebody that's going to be complicit. Okay. I'm not going along. I'm not going along to get along. I went through that season when I was struggling because I was just taking care of me and I just didn't want no static. Okay. Out of fear. But I'm not being complicit. I'm going to say something. Okay. Wrong is wrong. Wrong is wrong. And I'm somebody who unifies. So these are examples of what I did. I do it at my current workplace. I speak up. Um, and so I work to create a space where we all can feel psychologically safe and we can all unify to do the great work that we're here to do. Because why be miserable? Why be miserable at work? And I did a video on that. We ain't going down that line. So you can watch one of my old lives where I talked about that. But I'm not being miserable. When I'm with people for 8 hours a day, no ma'am, no Pam. No ma'am, no Pam. We here 8 hours a day, sometimes longer, depending on what we got going. We gonna get this together, okay? Occupational wellness. I am going for it all that belongs to me, all that belongs to me. Okay, I am going for it all. Let me actually take this off here so y'all can see how I wrote this in all caps. Everything. I am going for everything that belongs to me. I'm going for it all. Okay, going for it all. I'm proud of me, and I've been doing that by way of creating trainings, doing presentations, um, just going for opportunities, all the opportunities that makes itself available that I know aligns with me. That's what I was talking about earlier when I was talking about with spiritual wellness, being open to the whispers of God's guidance. Like you know when the opportunities come up, and I'm saying that sometimes I'll be like, okay, God, give me a sign, confirm, confirm, confirm. But you do know, you just got to trust that knowing that when them opportunities come available, when them doors open, don't walk, run. Don't walk, run. I mean, it's for you, so it's gonna be for you. God got you. But I'm going for it all. Okay. We only got this one life, so live it well. And then also with occupational wellness, I am operating in my gifts and in my skill sets daily throughout the days. And because of that, opportunities avail themselves to me. And oh, one thing to note with my job this month, I hosted a vision board workshop with my job to help them build on a training that I did with them at the end of last year. I did 2 trainings with them with community engagement and stakeholder engagement. But a part of the community engagement training, we talked about our whys, and I'm big on that. I teach people about their whys. I teach people about following their North Star. I've been doing that for years. And I teach based off of what works for me, what I know has worked for me, and what comes to me. It comes to me organically. And so I taught on that, and I shared that out with my folks at work. And so it was a great training. And with occupational wellness, with the trainings, with the vision board workshop, that one was a great one. It was great. The team that I work with, they've been through so much as a team. They have been in such a psychologically unsafe environment for so long. They're carrying it with them. And because I know what that feels like, and I've been through that and being in that space with them, I know that the reason why I'm here is to help them get out of that space. And so I've been doing that with the trainings, with the professional development that I proposed and that we actually did. I'm so proud of myself for again stepping up, saying something. I recognize that that place was a psychologically unsafe place for us to be in. And so because I stepped up and I said something, the trainings went forth, the professional development went forth, and it's turning it around. The environment, the atmosphere is turning around. People are talking, people are connecting, the atmosphere is lifting. People have come to me and said they're thankful that I am there. They're grateful that I'm in that place, in that environment, and that it's helping. So I'm super grateful for the calling that's on my life, the vessel that I am being, the fact that God is using me in that space, in that place, in this time, in this season. I am meant to be in that space to help them during this time in this season, and when I'm no longer meant to be in the space, then it's going to be evident. Okay, the work will be done, and God will make the opportunities available, and I will be able to walk on to the next part, the next season, the next part of my journey. And so it was pretty dope to host a vision board workshop with my colleagues at work, because that's something I love to do. I mentioned to you guys before, I've been doing it for years now. I started doing it with my church, and it's just been something that I've taken with me, that I picked up, and I've done with my family every year since. Done it with myself, no matter if anybody else wanted to do it with me. And now I'm doing it more frequently with other people. So I'm proud of me, and I'm proud that it turned out well, and we actually have it posted in our staff lounge area on the wall. I seen it, had vision. I seen it like a blank canvas, and it was just like this wall. It needs to speak life. This space needs to speak life, because it was a desolate space. It was a dark space. Everybody was divided, and it unification needed to happen. Life needed to be spoken into that space, and that atmosphere needed to come back to life. And I'm very thankful that I was able to be a vessel to be able to do that. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful. And that's it, y'all. That's it. That's all. Let me just do my one last culmination of celebration. Celebration. Look at that. Look at that. Child. Celebration, y'all. Celebrate, celebrate, celebrate. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of B. This has been a journey already. The month of January has come to a close as of yesterday. We are now in February. February 1st started today. It is wild. I am grateful that I had the thought to do this. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the idea to create a win board, to highlight it by doing the different dimensions of wellness, because I have been a wellness educator for a very long time, even before I had the title of a wellness educator, before I started my business, the Living Well Inside Out Wellness. I have a business. It is now 10 years old. And the way that it has come full circle after going through so many traumatic experiences, and being on the other side of it and healing, I sought out to help others, not realizing starting that business and walking out my life's journey was going to help me. I didn't realize that I needed me in that moment. That business that got poured into me, it was for me to help me. And as God was helping me help me, I was helping others through me. That's how God does what he does. So he gifts you with these gifts and ideas to first help you. Sometimes we don't even realize it. I realized it, but I didn't realize it to this extent. I didn't know it was going to be helping me at this level, child. I was okay with helping me at that level. I could have done without this level, but now I'm on this level, and I made it on the other side. I now understand why things had to go the way they had to go, because it's going to help so many people, and I'm proud of me. I'm proud of me. And I hope that, if nothing else, this teaches you how to learn how to celebrate yourself and how to learn how to be proud of you, so you can know that everything that you go through life, everything that happens in life, everything that you go through along your life journey, it truly happens for you. In the moment, in the midst of it, okay? Because we know, let's be real. I will always be real. Always be real. In the moment, it does not feel like it is happening for us. It feels like it is happening to us and we want it to stop. Okay? That's what it feels like. But in reality, when you get on the other side of what is happening in your life and you feel like it's happening to you, and we call it the storm, when you get on the other side of that and you're in the storm and you start seeing those little glimmers, the little glimmers of hope, the light shining through. When you start seeing it, you start sensing it and seeing it, and you see those opportunities, you see the ways of escape. God always give us ways of escape. When you start seeing those glimmers, babe, that is the signal to your brain, to yourself, that all of this was actually happening for me. It felt like it was happening to me, and it was, okay? And you didn't deserve it. But all of it, the culmination of it, was happening for you. The hardest part of life is realizing in your darkest of times, in your darkest of seasons, in the most traumatic experiences. And I'm telling y'all, I get it. I've had many different forms of traumatic, dark seasons. I truly do. And I'm talking about big T, big trauma, dark trauma. In the darkest of times, the darkest of moments, y'all, it's the hardest. It is the hardest, most challenging seasons and times to believe that things are going to work out for our good, that this is all happening for a good reason. And it creates tension and distance and anger towards God and towards those that you feel like was supposed to protect you. But most times it's God. Like, why are you letting this happen, God? I've asked it. I've yelled it. I've cried about it. A lot of us will. If you haven't, a lot of us have. And you might do it again. And what I am grateful for is that we serve a big God who is not temperamental. Okay? He's big God that has big emotional maturity. Okay? Emotional intelligence. And he understands his creations. And so I'm grateful for his grace. I'm grateful for his understanding, for his love, for his guidance, to know that all is going to be okay. And he knows while we're going through it, we can't see the bigger picture. We can't see the other side of it. He's outside of time. He's outside of our time as we know time. He's outside of it. So when we're in it, all we can see is what we're going through, right? We can only see what we're going through. We can't see beyond our current circumstances. But God is outside of it. Ooh, that came to me right here. The grace, the most amazing thing about God is that he steps from the space that he's in outside of time. He steps into time where we are, to help us in the very darkest of moments where we are, to bring us out of those moments by helping to show us in the darkest of moments. These are the glimmers, y'all. He shows us in these moments, the darkest of times, glimmers and glimpses into our future. And he does it by visions. He sends people to us in the darkest of time as a way of escape, to help us to see what we can't see in ourselves, to see the opportunities that we can't see in ourselves. I had so many opportunities when I was in my darkest of moments, but you're so inundated and you're so foggy brained and your reality is distorted because of the trauma that you've been through, that you can't even trust the help that comes your way. You can't trust it because you've been harmed so much. And it's sad. It's sad. It's so wild to me now. It's so wild to me now to look back at me then, when I was in that time, that season, where I was afraid of everything and everyone, and the very people that God sent to help me, I was afraid of them. I was afraid of them. I didn't trust it. And that's what trauma does to your brain. It distorts your view, it distorts your reality. And it's a process. And that's why I say it's a journey. And I'm constantly growing and learning, y'all. I'm constantly growing and learning. Um, and I'm constantly healing. And so for any of y'all that are out there, have grace for yourself. Understand that in this moment, in these moments that you have ups and downs, and it's a part of life, and it's okay. And God knows, He understands, so don't beat yourself up. And I have to often remind myself of that. By way, I know God be reminding me of that through all my different YouTubers. So I thank you. Every YouTuber out there that have ever created a YouTube that helped in all these different areas, specifically religious group velocity, that kept speaking the truth of God's character when I was afraid of it, really helped me get through, because my vision and reality was distorted. So I couldn't see clearly, but I can see clearly now. I'm seeing more and more clearly. And I'm thankful for that. I'm grateful for growth. I'm thankful for healing. But I got more and more. I got more and more healing to do, but I am closer to 100%. And I just want to tell y'all this, that no matter what you're going through, no matter how bad it is, no matter what form of trauma you're experiencing, God will leave the 99. He will step outside of the time that He's in. Okay? And He will step in the time where you are, your present time. Because He omnipresence. That's what that means. He's omnipresent. He's past, present, future. He don't let you stay in your past. He don't let you stay in your now. In your now, when we're harping on our past and we're fearful based on past experiences, in the present, we're fearful of past experiences. I talked about that earlier. And we're anxious as a result of the fear associated with past experiences. And we're anxious due to what we are anticipating future experiences is going to be. That's so good. That's so good. God steps outside of His timeline that He's in, comes into our present, because when you're trapped in that psychological trauma that you're trapped in, of harping on fear-based past experiences, anxious-based future experiences, God comes in right now in your presence and say, hey, I know you didn't deserve that. Let me help you understand what's happening. That was my journey. He came in to help me understand what was happening. He helped me understand what my brain was doing in all the different areas, y'all. At one time, my brain was over inundated, overwhelmed at one time in all these 4 areas: OCD, ADHD, PTSD, Peri. Peri stands for perimenopause, y'all. He came into my present moment and helped me understand what happened from my past that caused this and what's keeping me stuck in my present based on the anxiety associated with the future, the what ifs. What if, what if? That's anxious. We're worried about our future, and our future ain't even got here yet. And the reason why we're worried is because we can't see what God sees. But God is so amazing and miraculous that He does allow us to see what He sees. Little glimmers. He won't give you the full picture, but He'll give you glimmers. And then He help you walk it out. I'm a living testimony. That's why I can smile about it now. I couldn't even talk about God like this when I was going through it. Terrified. You hear me? Terrified. I was in my head overthinking everything. OCD is serious. Ain't no joke. Oh, I can put this down. So I'm super grateful because I came a long way. 5 years, y'all. This is the 5th year. And in January, I actually went back and I'm closing out. But in January 21st, for whatever reason, I don't know the significance of January 21st, but when I was going through my memories, because I have over 68,000 pictures now, over 4,000 videos. When I was going through some of my pictures, January 21st, time stamped, 3 different timestamps. tough times, tough times. And January signify, I say, I don't know why, I do know why. January signify a time in my life, 2 years in a row where I was hospitalized as a result of the OCD and having a breakdown. And OCD, I'm over here, the basketball's in the background. OCD, PTSD, and I've later learned perimenopause played a part as well. It got really bad, y'all. It got really bad, really scary, really scary. And so January was a triggering time for me. Both years in January, I wound up in the hospital around the same time. I was only in the psych ward once. So January became like a triggering month for me. And January also is also my daughter's birthday. It used to be a month of celebratory, like celebrations, and it became a triggering month, especially the uh the first week is when it was happening a lot. And then the 21st was just, I don't know, 21st exactly, I don't know the significance of that date. But yeah, it became a scary time. So for whatever reason, I don't know why I just brought that up, so I'm about to leave it be. But I guess that's an example of a time where I was anxious and fearful and scared, and just like, because a scary traumatic thing happened in January, then January's became a scary season for me, a season that used to, a time frame that used to be something I was celebrating, became scary. And then I was getting the help that I needed, and it became not so scary anymore. So I was afraid. I was always afraid. I was always afraid, but I'm not afraid of it anymore. Now I can celebrate it. I can enjoy it. I can enjoy my baby girl. I can celebrate her birthday again, not be stuck in my brain, not be stuck in my head. Yeah, yeah. So, okay, I gotta go, y'all, because I've been talking for a while. It's 1:41. It's 1:41. But I don't regret anything that I mentioned to y'all, because I wanted to come on here and celebrate my wins. I will say though, y'all, it's so hard for me to get down to 30 minutes. This was such a big to do. Having a 30-minute goal was just unrealistic, because I'm highlighting the whole month. It will be shorter when I'm highlighting week by week. I won't always go live. I said I was going to go live. I got to be realistic with myself, y'all. I be over promising sometimes. That's the ADHD. I've been learning more and more about it, so I'll be telling y'all, oh yeah, that's ADHD. My family, they probably like, girl, I don't want to hear no more about ADHD. But it helps us, because we it's a whole household of ADHD brains around here, y'all. We're gonna have a whole session on that. But I am now done. I'm tired. I'm exhausted. The board is finished for the month of January. What I am doing with these sticky notes is, I am writing on sticky notes that are writing on the board, because I'm making one board. I talked about in my last video, so you can look at that. So I can easily just take these off, and now the board will be done. I mean, available. It'll be clear. A new canvas for the month of February. Okay. So I'll be highlighting week by week my wins, because honestly, this would be field if I was actually tracking week by week. This is just the general overview of my January wins. So I hope this was just as insightful and great for you as it was for me. Um, it's it's amazing to do this. It's very beneficial. It just helps you so much when you can just highlight, celebrate yourself, and see your progress. Because when you're in it, you think that you're not making progress, but you are. You're making way more progress than you realize. And that's where Wellness Wins started. It came by way of my own experiences, because I needed to see what I couldn't see. I need to see outside of myself, because when you're trapped in your mind, you're trapped inside. You got to see that you are making progress, and you not where you were. You're so much further along. You're not that same person. And so I'm proud of myself. One of my sticky notes on my wall that I've had up for over a year is that I'm not that same scared little girl. I'm well beyond that sticky note. But I'm not. I keep it up there as a reminder that I'm not. Look at me. I've done so much. I've done so much. I'm so proud of me. Um, yeah, it's wild. It's wild. So I hope that helped y'all, because it sure enough helped me. I hope y'all do your own win board. And if y'all do, join me in future lives and come on here and share y'all win. I will not be going live on Sunday, y'all, because Sunday is my self-care day. It's my relaxing day. It's my day to just be with me before I go into a new work week. And tomorrow is going to be a busy day. It's going to be a full day. I'm actually going to be at City Council tomorrow, and we're talking about a piece of legislation called Tanisha's Law. They're going to actually review it in the Finance Committee and then do the final vote, hopefully, at the full City Council meeting. So I'm going to have a late night tomorrow. So I need to finish getting ready for that tonight. It's 8 o'clock. I need to eat me some dinner and transition and get me some good rest, y'all. So I'm proud of me. I hope y'all proud of y'all. Sending y'all so much love and encouragement and just positive vibes and just so much love, y'all. Love on yourself, love on yourself. That's what we're doing every day, not just this month, every day, every moment, because we deserve it. All right. And we do that because we deserve to live well long. So do that for you. Do that for you. Do what you gotta do. It's the little things. Okay. Put on whatever color that signifies love for you. Do that. If you don't do nothing else, just do that. If you having a hard time, you down and out, depressed, you just ain't got it in you, just find one little thing. Find you something. Find you something that you can put on yourself that signifies love and light for you. Okay? Signifies love and light. Colors have great meaning to your brain. So put on something that signifies love and light.
Reminder. Plan tomorrow's tasks.
Thanks, Alexa. That's a win for me. I forgot to tell you I did that. I told Alexa to set up.
This is a reminder. Plan tomorrow's tasks.
Alexa, you can stop. I set that alarm for myself. So I can plan. So this was right on time. So I'm about to get off of here. I'm about to eat me some dips and chips, watch the rest of this game, win the second quarter. Oh, it's a close game, y'all. It's a close game. It's Lakers versus the Knicks. The Lakers got 44, the Knicks got 42. It's a little under 5 minutes before the half. Look at me sound like an announcer. The other top of the year, end of last year, somebody told me that I first met. She's like, you sound like a journalist. Whole nother conversation for another time. But yeah. All right, y'all. Let me get off here so I can go take care of myself. Y'all take care of yourself. Happy February. Happy Love Month. Happy Black History Month. And all the other celebrations that is in the month of February. Join me, or I don't know if I'm gonna go live next week. I might go live. If I do go live next week, when I do go live, I'm gonna go live on Saturdays, y'all, because it's too much to go live on Fridays after a long week. It's too much to go live on Sundays when I just want that time for me. So I think Saturday is gonna be the best bet. And I just want to have a good time. Just want to have a good time when I go live, okay? So let me go eat me some grub, plan for my day, like write out my plan, what I'm going to do this week, what I need to do this week, what I get to do this week, what I want to do this week, and how I'm going to make sure I incorporate taking care of myself first and last and throughout, okay? Because season of me is here. Season of me is here, okay? All right, y'all. Have a good night. As always, remember to live well long. Live well long. Bye, y'all.